Hello, folks, and welcome back to Valley. As always, I'm Falcon, your host, and we are continuing our 4-episode series of this. I will eventually finish this game. Exactly when that, of course, will happen could be up for a great deal of debate, but I think I will use it as a filler series that will fill up time slots when I don't have anything else to put in those. Which doesn't happen that often, to be perfectly honest. So, after these 4 episodes, if we haven't finished it by then, I don't actually know how long the game is, so we might. I don't know. If it's only like a 5-hour game, we may finish it. I'm not sure. But anyway, I will finish it sooner or later, regardless. It just may not be this month. Which is unfortunate. I would actually like to finish the game, but... storage cells to restock your energy. I mean, sure, but... storage cells. Oh, these? How much energy does this thing have? Quite a bit, actually. Alright. So where does this go? Oh. Why the hell does it go this way? Uh-huh. And there's another thing in there. Oh, this thing recharges. Interesting. So it recharges like the orbs do. So you have unlimited energy in this game then, almost all the time. Which is kind of an interesting decision, really. Again, it comes down to this game is not really terribly difficult. It doesn't give you limited resources, so Alright, so within the Soma facility, we are surrounded by the Amrita fuel slugs extracted from the valley. As such, we tend to be isolated from the effects of the Pathfinder's quantum death side effects. I was amazed to one day step out of the facility to see scores of trees dead around me. Should they be doing things to, like, fix that? I mean, realistically.
1942. My name is Andrew Fisher, leading physicist and head of Project Pendulum. Pendulum is the research and development project directed by the Army Corps of Engineers to produce a weapon of mass destruction that can bring an end to the war through the unconditional surrender of our enemies. In response to the spy-ridden efforts of the Manhattan Project, headed by my cohort, Robert Oppenheimer, Pendulum has been founded under the utmost secrecy. Funds, pride, and soldiers' lives are all on the line in a race to win the war, thus giving rise to the name Pendulum.
But what exactly are you trying to research? Do you even have any idea what you're trying to research? Kind of feel like you don't, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I expect the leaf suit is part of that project, but I don't know. I have a feeling it's more of a side note than any sort of actual, like, primary thing to do with the project or whatever. I have a feeling it's more of a side project. Which does not mean that it's not an important, potentially important project, but, you know. Okay, so, oh, that's a energy storage thing. Okay, well, I'll leech all of that, since we used a lot of energy fighting that thing. Is that another hole in the ground spot? That might be, I can't really tell from here. Can't really tell from here. No, probably not. Oh, okay, I see. There's a, vent here that we can crawl through. Just looking to see if there's anything down below us that looks interesting. Not really holding my breath, though, to be perfectly honest with you. I have a feeling this is going to be... Yeah.
Both Nazi and Soviet espionage. Pendulum's location and purpose is unknown to the outside world. Taking a cue from the Manhattan Project, only a small few know of Pendulum's purpose, operating under the guise of an alternative energy project. As it came to light that Manhattan had been plagued with espionage, it was agreed upon to shroud Pendulum within the government itself. All those who knew of Pendulum's true intent are here. Though admittedly extreme, we can ensure an ironclad umbrella of secrecy. Information can only come in, and none can go out. As far as anyone outside this valley knows, Pendulum does not exist. This valley does not exist.
I mean, realistically, that's the best way to really do something like that. If you're trying to do some sort of secret research project, I don't care what the objective of the research project is. If you're trying to do some sort of secret research project, you should not... I kind of want whatever's in that chest, so... Kind of want whatever happens to be in that chest, so I'm going to... Oh, fuck. I didn't release soon enough. I held on to it too long. Whee! That was an energy thing. That's probably worth picking up then. Doesn't look like there's anything else though, which is fine. Kaboom. Alright, anything else? Anything else? Doesn't really look like it. Vent access. Alright. I keep expecting to, like, run into something, like, just terrifying, but I don't think that's the... I don't think that's this game's style. But I keep thinking we're gonna run into something that's just, like, really scary or something, some sort of monster or something, but I don't think that's this game's style. I don't think this game really works like that. Doesn't really do... Doesn't really do that, I don't feel. Oh, hi, guys. Alright, so we got, due to the power strain as the reactor ramps up production to meet our increased quota, we've experienced frequent power outages. As such, I've ordered M-rated generators as a backup power source to be temporarily installed throughout the facility. Blackouts should cease to occur. That's close what those things are, I guess. Finally got to see one of those orbs out in the wild while I was here on leave for the day. There's something surreal about them. I started into it. Who knows how long. So we better finish up this project soon. Those supply drops are only scheduled to arrive for a few more months. Otherwise, due to the isolation policy, we're on our own. The pilots know nothing of this operation other than the orders to drop off supplies to this location until the end of this year. I think they were told this is for a mining operation. No wonder Fisher's going mad over timelines. Oh, so you don't even have... I'm assuming must not have any means to... even inform, like, your supply... systems and stuff about your continued work. Like, you must not even have the means to communicate with the outside world if you're actually worried about that. Which is, I mean, on one hand, it's kind of a good idea when you're trying to have a secret, you know, project, but on the other... but having said that, sure, you're trying to have a secret project, but... I mean, if you can't even inform people when you need things or whatever, it's not necessarily a good idea. It's hard to figure out what exactly a life is once you've experienced quantum death. What exactly are the ingredients that make up my life? My ingredients aren't really any different from anyone else's. Carbon, calcium, hydrogen, etc. held together with some energies. What exactly makes me me? I guess if anything, I'm just a pattern, one that forms out of the chaotic blender of matter in the universe like a whirlpool out of the water. And when I die, that pattern simply dissipates back into the cosmos. Are we all the same universe simply expressing itself? Interesting. Since I've been ordered to patrol the Soma facility once again today, I've circled through the same rooms 30 times since noon. At least I got to smile at the cute scientist in the pressure chambers each time. She hasn't smiled back at me yet. I hope she doesn't find me creepy. Probably does. At least she's smiling at her, though, and not, like, glaring at her or something. Because that would probably go badly. At least smiling at her, you can, you know, try to not be creepy. Try to be friendly, at least. It's the way to do it, I suppose. Oh, hi. Oh. Hi, buddies. How you all doing? Oh, watch out. Okay, it charges up some of the stuff in this room. Looks like we just have to go down here, really. The energy orbs growing here are the key to the valley. Pendulum requires completely depends on the vast magnitude of energy these orbs contain within them. Regardless of where they came from, they are the key to ending the war. Through Pendulum, we can harness the so-called Amrita energy of the orbs and release it however we see fit. Oppenheimer's atomic bomb will pale in comparison to what we can produce here. That's actually, like, if this thing was actually a realistic thing, having the leaf suit in and of itself, being able to steal life and give life to things, would basically be a war winner by itself. All personnel are expected to work longer hours during the ramp-up in production. If you believe you are unable to perform your duties as expected, please report to a supervisor immediately. So what would happen there? Because you can't send them away because this place requires secrecy. It's a little hard to fire people or, you know, ship them out of the project when you need secrecy. A large-scale extinction event occurred in North America near the end of the Pleistocene period. Interestingly, the epicenter of the extinction seems to stem from this valley's location. Could Area 634 have anything to do with it? I mean, probably. The fact that you're even asking that probably means the answer is yes. Just saying. The isolation policy is currently in effect. All vehicles and personnel entering the site can no longer leave until project completion. The rail tunnel to airport will remain closed until that time. All communication is in full lockdown. Like I said, I mean, it doesn't seem like... I understand the reason, but it doesn't really seem like a good idea. Civil guards and Night Watch reported large creature sightings. Some of them are a little shaken up by it. It might just be that the being stuck out here in the middle of nowhere for so long is finally getting to them. Either way, we'll need full annual psychological assessments for all personnel in the near future. Please report any suspicious activity to an officer immediately. Any hesitation could place the entire operation in jeopardy. Indeed. I saw you take a sip of my coffee this morning. It wasn't the first time either. Okay. It wasn't the first time either. You know how scarce coffee is getting around here. Please stop sipping it. I'm real sick of your attitude, Ralph. I saw you sneak into my office to steal pencils again. I'm running low and really need them for my work. The next supply drop isn't until the spring. Stop stealing my pencils, please, and thank you. Oh, from Frederick. Sounds like you're a dick. And no good Simmons is sucking up to Fisher again. Fucking up to Fisher. Oh, man. He's always first to volunteer for assignments. There's no surprise Fisher can hardly enter a room without him following. He's not even all that smart, just great at agreeing with everything Fisher has to say. Is that how you get ahead these days? I mean, that's how a lot of people get ahead in real life. Just saying. So, like, does passing into those things give me power or something? That was an easy way to check this, I suppose, but I don't particularly want to. Please refrain from wasting office supplies unnecessarily. Stock is running low. Please exhaust all office supplies to their full extent. I mean, that'd be a good idea. Oh. What the fuck just happened? They told us we're building some sort of alternative energy facility here, but little else. Tradesmen are only allowed in certain areas at certain times for certain jobs. They're keeping us completely in the dark, having us all focus on a single task at a time rather than giving us any hints into the big picture. What are they hiding from us? The truth? Now that the isolation policy is in full effect, I found that this is a weapon project of some sort. I still don't know much, but I hope to find out more. I wish I could just talk to my family back home, let them know I'm doing okay. Yeah, well, that's not a thing. That's what an isolation policy is, there, friend. Means you can't talk to anybody. You know, I said that this wasn't a horror game. Starting to do horror game shit. Don't approve. I don't approve. Not that it really matters, but still.
I can't believe it. I'm almost at a loss for words. This is the discovery of a lifetime. No, of the 20th century. Have I found Schrodinger's cat? This is beyond my wildest imagination. As a result of the reaction between the Amrita energy and the Pathfinder's own life force, they experience what I have dubbed quantum death. When a Pathfinder dies while wearing the suit, their consciousness branches into a new reality, unharmed. They achieve quantum immortality.
I mean, kinda do that already, but at the same time... Oh, hi. Thanks for coming there, friend. Is it just you? Yeah, I think it was just you. So we're good. We're good. You're not a problem. It's only dangerous when we're not expecting you. Or when you take us by surprise. I ran through the annual psychological assessment for all personnel stationed in Area 634. Many are reaching a breaking point in their isolation from friends and family back home, and the work hours demanded from them is taking its toll on morale. Despite this most mentally stable, the project lead, Andrew Fisher, does concern me. Really, the project lead concerns you. That's not a good idea. That's never a good sign when the leader of the project, I don't care what the hell the project is, when the leader of any project is the one that you are starting to worry about, you have a problem. Like, straight up, you have a problem. When the leader of your group, regardless of what that group is or what you're trying to accomplish, starts to have psychological issues of any sort, where you even slightly question his ability to lead or whatever, you've got a problem. And you should probably do something about it. Are you following me? I think you're trying to follow me. You're doing a bad job of it, but I'm pretty sure you're trying. Hello, bathroom stalls that I can peek into for no good damn reason. Is it life? I guess there's the vines and stuff that I can leech life from if I really am so inclined to do so, which I'm not. The way Edwin makes a show with Virginia all the time really makes my teeth grind. Everyone knows that romantic involvement between personnel is prohibited, yet no one does anything about it. Why does he get to run around with a girl while the rest of us sit around and play poker for the 9,000th time? Because he's the one who's doing it, and you're all just standing there complaining about it? The Lee suit may prove to be the pinnacle feat of Pendulum, the ability to manipulate life and death using the God Hand, the ability and the ability to circumvent death, all thanks to the Amrita energy converted from this valley's orbs. When we create the ultimate soldier, the Mark II success will hail a new wave of iterations. What the hell's a Mark II? Am I using a Mark II? Or is the Mark II something else entirely? Pathfinders can die, Pathfinders can give life. Pathfinders can leap. They run fast. Yeah. Not gonna lie. Little freaky.
To produce bombs of unparalleled yield, we rely upon the life seed housed within a reactor found deep underground beneath the Soma facility. By harvesting the high-energy yield orbs found within the valley, we pass their energy through the life seed, which acts as a sort of amplifier, magnifying the energy to unprecedented levels. The explosives we create here will dwarf anything the Manhattan Project could ever possibly fathom.
Oh, good. The other scientists were all talking about atoms. I told them not to trust them since they make up everything. They asked me to leave. Okay. I don't feel like there's a joke there, and I just don't get it. I feel like that's meant to be a joke, and I just don't understand what the joke even is. Because, I mean, yes, atoms make up everything. So I don't understand why that sounds like you're trying to make a joke out of it. Because, congratulations, you're right. I don't get it. Oh, you are opening. Okay. Sure. These look like reactors to me. Oh, the bug swarm must have been able to come through there because it's not, like it's a grate, but they're bugs, so, you know, they just fly right through it. Oh, there's a thing over here. I was wondering if there's a room, if there's a point to the rest of this room. Sort of yes, sort of no, but there is at least something, so... Wait, is that another box? No. No, it's not. Well, it is a box, but it's not a box for us. In the degree of magnitude, certain organisms provide very little Amrita energy when targeted by the leaf suit's god hand. Smaller organisms such as insects, grass, flowers, and other less substantial entities provide close to zero energy, thereby affording no value for pathfinders seeking energy. Okay. If flowers and like grass and stuff like that doesn't provide energy, why the hell does mushrooms provide energy? Because that doesn't make any goddamn sense. I would think the mushroom and like this bush. What the hell does this bush provide energy? If something like a... Also, I just realized that the energy for the valley energy there is going down. Which doesn't entirely make sense to me. Alright, I thought the bombs being created were impressive enough, but it's that new weapons prototype that will undoubtedly steal all the attention. It's being called Thanatos. Yeah, this place isn't creepy at all. Not creepy at all. And by not creepy at all, I mean, oh my god. I guess it would be kind of creepy. It would be kind of difficult to make a good horror game when you have an ability that you can just steal the life of shit. Just saying. When I met Einstein at Princeton, I couldn't help but see a hint of Oppenheimer reflected in him. I was astonished by his clairvoyance into the making of our universe. Viewing the experience of all things natural and spiritual in perfect unison, with the self acting as little more than an optical illusion in the perpetual flow of the universe. When Oppenheimer and I studied Indology under Arthur Ryder, I could see that the same compassion and empathy for all living creatures brewing within him. Tracing the life seed's location was a simple matter. After years of tracking the epicenter of the Pleistocene extinction event, I was led to this valley's location. I couldn't believe my eyes. Upon immediate examination of one of the orbs, I discovered their vast energy potential. With the help of the Pathfinders, I was able to locate the life seed within the valley. Oppenheimer won't believe his eyes upon hearing the marvels I have uncovered or accomplished. Those wearing relief suits gain the ability to deny the actuality of wave function collapse. In other words, the ability to branch to various objective realities as part of the many-world theory of quantum mechanics. With this ability, Pathfinders have visions of themselves dying. Each time this occurs, something nearby dies, such as an animal or nearby vegetation. Soon discover that the Pathfinder has a vision of their own death, it is in fact them actually dying. Instead of remaining dead, they branch into a new wave of reality, whereupon they continue to live, albeit at the cost of an equivalent amount of life within that branch. To put it plainly, if a Pathfinder wearing the leaf suit dies through some accident, their death is traded with the life of a nearby living thing. They achieve quantum immortality. So I wonder what would happen if you just got really old and were wearing a life suit. Would you just keep dying from old age and just keep not dying because you can't die? But death and immortality using Leaf's technology is a fascinating field of study. Using this tech, a person could live out a full life without fear of an accident cutting it short. Albeit the use of immortality is a misnomer, as the user simply shifts to a new timeline where they are still alive. This can only hold true until all practical timelines are exhausted. For example, an elderly man dying of natural causes is unlikely to shift to a timeline where they do not die, as that parallel world is very unlikely to exist. Well, there'd be a world where they didn't die that particular instant, but, you know, it'd be a temporary thing. And sooner or later, I guess you would run out of realities, because you would just be like, well, you know, you're just gonna die now. Why in hell is Fisher making us ramp up production? We were already working themselves half to death down here, and now he wants sleep-deprived people working around the clock. Working on explosives, they're crying out loud. Fisher guy's out of his mind, a total megalomaniac. Just look at the Pathfinder statue in the main lobby. I can't believe we all have to take orders from him, unquestionably, during this wartime. Surely I can't be the only one who feels this way. I think there was some dissent. It's like math equations. I don't know precisely what they're math equations to, but oh. Yeah, that doesn't look like a fun time right there. Anything else over here? It's like a no. Alright. Whee! Alright. Another thing. Good. I'm keeping more of an eye on the,
Suffering. The natural life here seems to be slowly dwindling. Edwin thinks I'm crazy, but I see it becoming quieter. Are we gradually killing this place?
Probably.
That self-righteous anthropologist is stirring up trouble again. Her moral objections to this project are the last thing I need on my mind. If it weren't for the isolation policy, I'd have her removed from the premises and sent back home.
Yes, they were harming the valley. It becomes plainly obvious. Life, I mean, we already can clearly tell that the thing is harming the valley. Does that fully restore energy? It does, okay. I thought it did. Okay. Ah! This is that room that we saw previously that we couldn't get into. Oh, so this opens the doors down there. Interesting. Oh, and we don't have to wander all the way back around. That's good. Hi, buddy. Oh, I missed. Oh, I didn't realize there was another one of you. Nope. Sorry, friend. Not playing that game, though. You still gonna die now. You still gonna die now. Reactor access. Oh, good? Just what we don't want to see? Are you... okay. Apparently nothing I can actually do anything with. Carry on, then. Alright, are we just going down here? I guess we're going down here. Not entirely sure I want to go down here, to be perfectly honest with you, but... Oh, well, that was the end of the episode. Oh, man. I don't know that I should keep playing, actually, because I feel like if I do, we're not going to get through this next part in time to not have this episode be ridiculously long if I try to make it part of this one. So I guess we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I mean, we would only get 10 more minutes if I was going for the 40-minute mark anyway, so whatever. And I don't think I'm going to get any appreciable distance in 10 minutes. So, I will see you folks in the next one. Take it easy. Thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. I forgot to say this last episode. This is not an entirely new series, but, quasi-new, albeit relatively short for the particular moment. But regardless, please do like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, just in general, on everything. Also, share with your friends. Tell people about it. Tell people about my channel, about my series, about my games, so on and so forth, whatever. I would love it. And I'm going to put a video out of this separately, but starting in the new year, I'll just briefly talk about it here, I suppose. Starting in the new year, I am going to be massively revamping my Patreon, which I've had for a while, but I haven't done anything with. I haven't really pushed it because I haven't done anything with it. I'm going to start pushing it, though, a lot more, starting at the beginning of the year. And I'm going to be doing a huge amount of revamping with it. And that revamping is going to include a lot of things that will allow fans and people who are interested in the games I play, and people are interested in interacting with other people when they play games themselves. I'm going to try to be doing things that will help encourage that, and help build a community, and help to do some things. And the Patreon is going to be the center of all of that. So, do check it out right now if you want. There's not a whole lot there at the present moment, but keep an eye on it, because throughout the month here, some minor changes might occur on it, and then once the new year hits, some major changes are going to start happening with the channel in general, and with Patreon, and how it interacts with the channel in particular. So look forward to that. I'm going to do a separate video that should probably have already been out by the time this comes up. By the time this video is out, but nevertheless, yeah. But keep an eye out. Anyway, I'll see you folks in the next one. Take it easy. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.